So now I just want to briefly go over the blueprint that is in your Strong checklist. These are the priorities that actually drive our results. So we are going to talk about how to implement these, but I want to make sure that we still have the focus on those things that are going to make the changes that you want to see. And it's really just understanding what actually drives body composition and that metabolic change. So these are the outlines we focus, and more details are coming. So, number one, we want to establish the right energy balance and not extreme restriction. We've already talked about some of this in week one, but those moderate and sustainable deficits preserve our lean mass and help with our adherence over time. So, I have a few things like you can check off. I understand that fat loss requires a calorie deficit and that bigger deficits are not necessarily better. And I'm also willing to prioritize sustainability over speed because we don't want to have to do this over and over. Number two, prioritizing protein to support metabolism and muscle. We already talked about this just in week one. So, higher protein intake combined with that resistance training preserves our lean mass and improves body composition outcomes. So it protects muscle during fat loss. It supports recovery from training and it's helpful for hunger management. So I'm willing to prioritize protein at meals and I understand protein supports muscle retention and satiety. Number three, strength training as a non negotiable. Resistance training improves our body composition even without weight loss on the scale. So, for example, my estimated metabolic rate is, or basal metabolic rate is around 15 to 1600, depending on the equation you use. The actual measured using indirect calorimetry was listed at 1970. So I put it around 1900. So that's a solid 300 to 400 calories over estimates because of muscle mass. So this is like, it's a real thing and it can go the other way as well. Our estimates can be too high if you don't have very much muscle mass. So strength training is huge here. So number one, I understand strength training helps determine our body shape. You can increase the size of muscles. I'm willing to train with progression and not just, quote unquote, staying active. And I understand that the scale may not restrain or reflect strength progress. Number four, learning when not to diet. Maintenance and taking breaks are super important and good things. So, planned maintenance phases improve that long term fat loss success because you're practicing what you want your life to look like when you do so. And it also helps reduce metabolic adaptation. So, we have less reduction in our metabolism when we allow for those breaks. It helps restore our training performance, our hunger cues, and adherence. So I understand fat loss is a phase and not meant to last forever, open to planned maintenance breaks, and understand that eating more at times can definitely support progress. Number five, focusing on behaviors, not just outcomes. We've already talked about this. Process focused goals outperform outcome focused goals for long term maintenance because you can't force the outcomes, but you can control your daily actions. So you're willing to track behaviors so that you learn about those. You understand you can't control the scale day to day and open to kind of redefining what success. And then number six, letting go of all or nothing thinking. I have found this so much and so helpful for so many of my clients that all or nothing thinking strongly predicts weight regain and program dropout. Your rigid rules or perfectionism, it causes burnout and we want flexibility. We want to have our minimums versus our ideals, and we want to be able to recover from setbacks rather than have them stop our progress altogether. So imperfect weeks are normal. And resetting instead of quitting is great in understanding that consistency beats intensity. So bottom line, body composition change is built through our training, it's through our fueling, our recovery, and most importantly, our habits over time.